here with Eric Outlaw Hunter. What's good, man?
What's good? How you?
I'm chilling, man. What's been up with you?
Good, just training every day, staying sharp.
Okay. You got a fight lined up?
You talking about probably January 17th? They don't know. They'll let me know something.
You just recently signed with a new promoter.
Yeah.
Who'd you sign with?
Salida Promotions.
Salida Promotions. When was that?
Sometime, I think it was in June. May or June.
Okay. Now, you're coming off of a big layoff, almost around 3 years,
Yeah.
since your world title fight in the UK with Lee Selby. Why the layoff?
But it was more of the business. It was more the business more than it was me. I already had no control of that. People that supposed to be guide my career. They didn't. I guess it was their fault. It wasn't mine.
You feel like you lost a lot of your prime with
No.
promotional issues?
I feel as though I lost momentum. I feel as though from that fight I could have fought in 2 months if the opportunity was presented, but nothing really came upon. Nothing really came, but I'm still good.
All right.
I ain't lose a step out.
22-4, 11 knockouts. I watched the Lee Selby fight. Yo, it seemed like you got a raw deal with that fight, though.
Everybody said, but I can't do nothing about it now. All I gotta do is right my wrongs and make them see where they messed up at. So I gotta turn everybody that went against me with me. I gotta make sure that I find a way for them to be on my side.
You had your first world title fight in hostile territory. Is it as rough over there as what they say?
Yeah, it's rough. It's rough, but I enjoyed myself for the most part. I enjoyed myself. I feel as though with my team and everything, they could have made me more comfortable, more better. Everything's a learning experience. I learned from it, and now I'm back.
So you were the one that dropped him for the first time in his career.
Okay.
And like, what happened after that? Why do you feel like you didn't get the decision?
I don't know. It wasn't my night, I guess. I have another night where I can shine, and I'll get a world title. Just that night wasn't my night, I guess. Well, obviously.
All right. In your career, you've had a lot of disqualifications. Mike Oliver,
Louis Franco.
yeah, Luis Franco. What do you think attributes to that?
The only disqualification should have been disqualification. Should have been the Louis Franco. I was honestly out of pocket. But again, due to teams and fighting without being really ready, stuff happens. As far as Mike Oliver, that wasn't my fault. The kid was acting. The kid was doing something, trying to get out the fight, and it worked in his favor. Benji Esteves, the referee, he should have done a better job at refereeing, but that was his call. And he made a decision and he stayed with it. Try to overturn it. I guess they didn't want to overturn it. They stayed with their decision, and I just moved on from it.
Do you feel like having a couple of disqualifications gave you a bad rep?
I would think so. I think the first disqualification was a bad rep, but I'm not a dirty fighter. Whoever watched me fight knows that I'm not dirty. Just that when politics not on your side, you get a lot of raw deals. And I feel as though if politics was on my side, I'd have been a 4-time world champion and stuff. I'd have been everything that these other guys were, that they are. And, I'm back right now. I'm just in the gym training every day. What keeps me active is these kids. I help train kids and try to steer them in the right direction. And, I'm just back. And I'm happy.
Do you feel like training the kids has given like you more zest, like giving you like a revive?
Yeah, I like training the kids. To be honest, it might sound crazy, but I learn from the kids. I watch the stuff that they do. They still keeps me. It keeps me young. My kids keep me young. I'm just happy to be a part of something great. I'm just happy to teach kids the right things, and I hope that they learn from my mistakes and they learn from the good stuff that I teach them. I'm just happy. I'm just blessed. Man. I'm just blessed. I can't complain.
How many kids are you actively training?
I don't know, probably like 10.
10? Wow.
A lot of kids.
So you go from training the kids to training yourself?
Yep. Or I might train first, then I train the kids. So either or. So I train, like for instance, I trained early this morning, and now I'm in the gym again. I'm about to train, and after I'm done with my second workout, I train the kids. And then the next day I do the same thing. It's a routine. I just do it. I do it while I'm training. Even when I made my comeback July 12th, I trained all the kids, getting them ready for fights. While I was getting ready for fights. I just like doing it. It keeps me active and it keeps me in shape.
So you feel like always being in the gym just keeps you with a sharp boxing mind?
Yes, because I don't want to be on the streets. I just feel as though the gym saved my life and I want to save other kids' life, so I stayed in the gym. And I showed them that if you're good at something, do it. And the gym saves a lot of kids' life, and I just feel as though if I'm in the gym, they'll stay in the gym. So I just try to stay active the best way I can.
You're training your son too, right?
Yeah, I try to train both of my sons now.
Okay.
Namir and Kadeem. I feel as though that if doing the right training and stuff, they'd be better than me. I feel as though my oldest son is gonna be better than me. I feel that already. I just feel as though he is southpaw, so I feel as though if he stay active and keep doing what he's supposed to do, he's gonna be good.
How do you find that fine line between dad and trainer?
I just know when we in here, we gotta work. He is spoiled little guys, but he do what he's supposed to do. He really complain, and he like to box. He like to spar a lot. And he's a good kid. He's a good kid. I just feel as though that during training you gotta. It's my son, period. I try to be hard on him what I can, but when I'm in here, I be hard on him the best that I can. But he listens. He do everything that I tell him to do. So it's kind of like easy. It's not hard training my son because he's act like me a little bit. So I know how to deal with him. But he's a cool kid. He do everything I tell him to do. All my kids, both of my sons do it. They don't complain as much. They might get sore a little bit. He probably on that. But they do it. They do it.
Now, you have an extensive amateur background.
Yes.
Is that the route you're going to take your son?
Yeah. If it's all about what he want to do. Right now, he want to do it. So I'm gonna just guide my son the best way I can. Since I've been through a lot, and I know a lot now. I'm smarter, more mature. I think that he'll be good. If he get a lot of fights, then that's cool. But I want my son to have the experience, and one day hopefully he'll be a world champion. Hopefully, let's go from Olympian first. Let's see if we can make it there first. Then one day be a world champion. It's steps. It's all about steps.
Well, right now with the current state of boxing, there's a lot of network money involved. What's your thoughts on that?
Politics. So it's. I hope one day I could fight for some of that big money, or one of the big networks. It's good. I feel as though it's good and bad for boxing because all the top guys not fighting each other due to the networks. But some of the guys is willing. They trying their best to make the fights happen. But overall, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. It's a bad thing. The fighters are making the money that I think they deserve, but not all fighters. And I think all fighters, If they fight on TV, they should make a good penny. I think they should. But I think they should earn it as well. I think some fighters just they spoil you and they want to fight without earning their stripes. They want to fight. They want to get big money without earning stripes. But for the most part, I like the fact that they paying us today.
Is there a lot that the average fan doesn't know about, like what goes on behind the scenes, why certain fighters are pushed?
Not to cut you off, but yeah, they don't know. They sit home running their mouth, not knowing what we go through on a day-to-day basis, as far as being an adult, kids, family. There's a lot of stuff that we go through there, and they don't know. Even as far as the training, you don't know. People don't know if the team is the right team for them, as far as managers or whatever. Anything can happen. Like a lot of stuff goes on behind closed doors that fans don't know. Training expenses, stuff that managers and people supposed to do. But a lot of fighters don't get that. But the fighters that do get it, you will see good results. But the fighters that don't get it, you will see the results that you kind of like see. But there's a lot of things the fans don't know. But they fans. That's why they're fans. They got their opinions. It's just, but for us, it's just we just got to know how to deal with it without crying and complaining. We just got to know how to deal with it, know how to shake it off, and just go about our day.
All right. Your last fight was on Showtime, or was it this fight that's currently on Showtime?
I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do. But my last fight was on the undercard of the Showtime card.
On the undercard of the Showtime.
Yeah, we hoping that we get TV, but for the most part, I'm just looking to stay active. For the most part.
Is there anybody that you got your eye on? Anybody that you like definitely want to fight?
No, not really. I never was that type of guy to have my eye on anybody just for the person that they put in front of me. And I watch boxing, but I watch boxing. I don't watch boxing because it's like you already know who's going to win the fight, so you don't. It's nothing to be run home and say I'm gonna go watch this guy, but no, it's not. There's really nobody that I have my eye on. But I do like. I like where the 126 and the 130 is going. Where it's headed. I like 126 lane is about to be real hot. It seems like a lot of fights gonna happen that I'm wishing would happen.
It's definitely a deep division. You got yourself, Gary Russell, Shakur Stevenson. Was it Kid Gallen?
I don't know him. He a champion?
A
big name, but he a name.
Yeah, he's a name.
Kid Gallahan.
Kid Gallahan, yeah.
Yeah.
And was it
Josh
Warrington?
I like him. I like the other WBA kid, Zhu Chain.
Oh yeah.
I think it's hot. I think it's hot.
Would you move up to 130 for the right fight?
For sure. I wouldn't mind it. I always dare to be great, so I don't mind it. I welcome it with open arms as long as it's the right. Everything is business. If it's the right opportunity, the right price, I do it.
How do you feel after the layoff? How did you feel your first fight?
I was happy. I was lock resting. I think I would have got a knockout early if the guy wasn't so ran so much. He looked like he was more like a survivor. It was okay. Can't complain. I felt bad. I felt resty, but I was more so overall I was happy. I was real happy.
All right, so 2 fights in 2019 after a long layoff. How many fights do you want to have in 2020?
I wish I could get around 4 fights if I could. 5 fights. I'm playing catch up, but I wish I could be active. I want to be active.
Even inactive, I checked. You still rank pretty high for a guy that ain't fought in 3 years.
That's because I made a good name. I made a name for myself. So just the one fight and he put me in the rankings. That was cool. I guess.
Do you feel that not being the guy that's had all the politics go his way, that in your next big fight you gotta push for the knockout?
Yeah, I think every fight should push for the knockout. But I don't never put my mind to say I gotta knock this guy out. I just go in there, have fun, and do what I do best. If the knockout come, I'll take it. But if it don't come, I won't. But I would look to be more active in the fight, more than so laid back. I got to be there. My fight style is like laid back, strong. So it depends. It's all about the way I feel too. During that day, might feel like I want to be aggressive. I can be aggressive. I can break to do it all. But for the most part, yeah, I'll be alright. But I'll be alright. I feel though that being focused and being me, I'll probably more like get a knockout or just beat the guy up. Being me, for the most part, and that's half fun there.
Do you feel like you've changed from the early part of your career, from the guy that was getting the DQs to you now?
No, because the DQs don't define me, and that's not me. I only had really one DQ. And people just need to watch boxing and understand that fight, what I really did have a DQ, I was talked into the fight. And I shouldn't have took the fight, but I was talked into the fight, bad management, and I took the fight on a 6 to 8 days notice, and I wasn't there mentally, and it cost me a lot, and that won't happen again. Mike Oliver wasn't. I'm gonna still look at it and tell people it still wasn't that. Because people watch the fight and they say what they say. It wasn't that. It wasn't that.
Okay. You. Like you said, you're in one of the hottest divisions of boxing, 126, 130. Warrington is supposed to fight Shakur Stevenson. That's the talk. Who do you have winning that fight?
I don't know. I hope the best man wins. I don't know. That's Warrington is tough. While people sleeping on him, he's getting better. Every fight, he wins. So I don't know.
As a boxing fan, there's a fight that I want to see. You versus Gary Russell.
I like that fight. Gary's a killer. Always respected Gary. That's a good fight. I want my CND.
Y'all really got a similar style too.
I want my CND. He's a dog. That boy always been a dog. I don't know what bad to say about him. But that's a good fight. I want my fight.
I remember a fight, early in your career. You're the first guy that gave Jerry Belmonte his loss, right?
Never good kid. Just my night.
He was, what, 17-0 at the time?
Yeah, he was undefeated. They thought that he was going to beat. They thought I wasn't in the gym, and he took a fight, and they were surprised. But he still did pretty good for himself after that. But it was just my night.
The fight that you're most known for is the Lee Selby fight, right?
Okay.
How did you end up getting that fight?
I was number one. I was number one.
Number one in IBF?
Yep, number one in the world. That's how I got the fight.
You fought for a title eliminator, or?
Just number one.
Number one? Is that would you say that's the,
When I was supposed to fight for the eliminator, the guy didn't fight me, so I guess he wasn't number one. Maybe someone.
you feel like that's the easiest route to go, the IBF? Because they're kind of like really strict with their...
The IBF and probably the WBA, I think. WBC starting, he all right. WBO, I don't know. I'm going to just be quiet. I don't know. I like IBF. I like all the belts, but for the most part, WBO is tough. IBF probably the most strict. WBA, I like WBA too. But for the right opportunity, I wouldn't mind.
What's, you good size for 126, right? Do you think you can, I know you can fight at 130. Do you think you can ever go up to 135?
Yeah.
You should.
Fuck around big now a little bit, but I stay in shape, so my body can think about whatever I want to do. I can go up to 135.
Last question. Big fight just happened. Saudi Arabia. Joshua versus Ruiz. What was your thoughts on that fight?
I'm happy that Anthony Joshua. I'm happy that he boxed. He showed something different. I'm happy that happy to see him get his time. I had it in the back of my head that I had it in the back of my head that I want him to win. Just didn't know how he was going to act. I just didn't know how he was going to respond. And he responded well. And I'm proud of him.
What did you think of Andrew Ruiz coming in overweight and then saying, that he partied too much after the
That's
win?
an excuse. He knew what he was there to do. He world champion. At the end of the day, he knew he was there to do it. Makes no excuses. I don't want to hear that. Joshua didn't make an excuse, so he shouldn't make an excuse. Better man won. That's it. Fine.
Do you think Anthony Joshua showing that wrinkle in his game, being able to box at a distance, shakes up the heavyweight division?
No. I think that I've been weak in boxing a little bit. It's all about just staying with the game and listening to his coach and what he did, listening to his coach. He didn't get excited, so he didn't get too excited, and he did what he's supposed to do. He did a good job.
What do you have to say to the fans that's excited about your return?
Whoever supported me, whoever still supported me, I appreciate it. Whoever never left my side, I appreciate it. Even to the people that don't, that turned their back or whatever, I'm still me. I ain't gonna change, and I still appreciate the good and the bad from anybody. And just look out for my comeback.
All right, we look forward to seeing you January 17th. Showtime. All right, we out.